Hey guys, this is a little help with your 1.4 worksheet. So have it out, and again, I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm not going to finish them. So you can't just copy the answers down because I'm not going to put the answers down. I'll just help with the setup on some of them. So in 1.4, we're doing combinations. This requires the use of a calculator, and I think probably the best one will be if you just go Google Desmos scientific calculator. All right, and it's going to pop up here. So Desmos scientific calculator, go pop it up. And I think what you're going to want to do is grab this little, if you see my cursor moving around here, go grab this little lock and pull it right down onto your toolbar. All right, so that you can click on that scientific calculator whenever you need it. The place where we're going to be working in this chapter is in this function mode. You're going to be using the permutation button, how many ways can you pick when order matters. You're going to be using the combination button, how many ways can you choose when order doesn't matter, and the factorial button, which when we do 7 factorial, does 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 without you having to enter it one by one. Now the difference between these is for the factorial button, you're arranging everything. So if I were to have 5 people and I was going to have them line up at the door, all 5 of them, I would do 5 factorial. If I was going to have 5 people and choose 3 of them to line up at the door, the order matters because Bob might be first, then Sue, then Sally, or it might go Sally, Sue, Bob. The order matters. So that's a permutation. The way I remember, so that would be the P. If I were just going to take those 5 kids and say, I want 3 of you to go to the bathroom right now, like go physically walk to the restroom, the order doesn't matter whether I pick Bob, Sue, Sally, because once they leave, it's the same people. So we have these 3 where order matters, order doesn't matter, and for the exclamation point, the factorial symbol, you're arranging all of them. All right, so we are going to go to the worksheet right here, and the first thing we're going to do, so I'm going to go full screen, and whoopsie. So I'm going to go full screen and just do 1 in this top. So what you would do when you see this, let's do letter D, this 7 choose 3. What it is if I had 7 items and I was going to pick 3 of them, and the order doesn't matter. So maybe there's 7 pizza toppings that you get to pick from when you go to Papa Murphy's, and you're going to choose 3 of them. Mushrooms, pepperoni, and onions, when the pizza comes out of the oven, is the same thing as choosing onions, pepperoni, and mushrooms. The order doesn't matter. So you're going to go to Desmos, and you're going to choose in the function option, you're going to choose this one. You have to use a comma. So it was 7 and then 3. So you're going to enter 7, comma, 3. So 7, if you didn't see it, I hit that main button, comma, 3, and then enter. Why isn't it going here? Oh, I did 2 commas. So let's try it again. It's good to review it anyway, right? Function, boom, main, calculator, 7, comma, 3. It's 35. So that's the last time I'm going to give the actual answer. So make sure you have that Desmos out, or if you're using a regular calculator, that's fine. But this was 35. So next up, let's go down to number 4. When you start taking the test, you're going to have to decide, does order matter or does order not matter? If order matters, it's a permutation. It spells palm or mop. That's a good way to remember it. If order doesn't matter, It's a combination. All right. So, in how many ways can you choose 3 bracelets from a box of 10? Well, choosing the cross bracelet and then the heart bracelet and then the unicorn bracelet, you're still holding the same 3 regardless of the order in which you picked them. So this would be 10, choose 3. And today, yeah, they're all choose, but when you get to the test, you need to know the difference. And you can go do that on Desmos, and that's what you'll type in for number 4. Let's go to number 8. So you have 7 women and 12 men. How many ways can you choose for people? Didn't say if it said women, you do 7, choose 4. If it said men, you do 5, choose 4. But it says people, and there are 12 people to choose from. So I will do 12, choose 4. And you'll go to the calculator, and again, you hit that function button. You choose the NCR. To get the numbers, you go back to main, and remember you have to put a comma between them when you enter it in. And I'm not going to enter it. You're not just getting answers off of this. It's how to do it. All right, so we will do 10B. So high school choir has 27 girls and 19 boys. So there's a choir, 27 girls, 19 boys. We are going to be selecting 2 students. For part B, it says how many ways can you choose 2 students if they both have to be boys? So we are only picking from this pool, not the whole class and not the girls. We're just going to take the 19 boys and choose 2 of them. Again, you go do that on the calculator. But for part C, when it says how many ways can you select 2 students, then you can have girls or boys. So you're going to have to say, well, I have 27 girls in the choir, and I have 16 boys in the choir. So if I add those all, 19 boys in the choir. So if I add those 2 together, I have 46 people in the choir, or students. I'm still going to choose 2, but this time it's 46 because I'm choosing from the entire choir. All right. For the review, these are the most important ones because you have to decide what to do. So for number 11, it says how many ways can the team captain of a kickball team arrange the kicking order for 7 players? I'm not doing 7 and choosing 3 of them or 7 and choosing 4 of them. I'm arranging all of them. And when you arrange all of them, that's when you do the factorial. You might want to think of it like this. So if we're going to play kickball and we have 7 people on our team, how many people can be up to kick first? 7 of them. But once this person kicks, they're in first base or third base or they got out, they don't kick next. So there's only 6, and then 5, and then 3, whoops, and then 4, and then 3, and then 2, and then 1. And we just multiply these. But because that's a lot to type in on a calculator, especially if that had been 17, this button will do that for you. And again, that's in Desmos, right? So let's go see how we'd enter 7 factorial on the calculator. I think I closed my calculator out. No, I didn't. Here we go. So let's go enter. Let's do, I wonder if I can hit the 7 first. Remember it was in the function and then factorial. That's 5,040. Your calculator did the 7 times the 6 times the 5 times the 4 the minute you hit this command. Okay? So I think that's all I'm going to do for you, but kind of know that I'm going to try to daily do some off of the previous day's assignment. So the people at distance learning have something, to get them started. You should always watch your notes first. That's important. And if I'm seeing that notes aren't being watched consistently, like I might, we'll have a talk about maybe a study hall or something like that might be better for you. But for this first couple weeks, it's a learning curve. So we'll get there. Anyway, that's it